What a quiet little town we have here.
They set her up, basically. They kept taking more duties away from her. And then
This town named after the Earl of Sandwich from Kent, England. And they say that the sandwich we eat today was named after him. He liked to play cards. He never wanted to put them down and eat properly. He would grab bread, meat, squeeze it together, roll it a bit, shove it in his mouth, and keep on playing cards. He started the first sandwich. And that could even be true. But that's what they say. Who are they? I don't know. Some beautiful old homes along here. We've got a wooden church over here, St. John's Episcopal Church. And we're going to go straight here. We'll actually go past our lunch at the Daniel Webster Inn. This is where we'll come back to. It's coming up on our right. Daniel Webster, hey, he had a room reserved 25 years in a row. It was called the Fesdin Inn, but then it burnt and they renamed it after their most famous guest. The First Parish Church is private residence, right here on my right. Someone lives there. Can you believe it? You know what, Freya, let's take a right, and we're going to make a square around town. It'll take us 5 turns. The First Church of Christ, the Christopher Wren steeple, right here on the left. And if anybody has Elvis Presley's gospel album, How Great Thou Art, this church is on the cover. Now, these people are filling their jugs of water at this spring. And this goes on all day. They open their trunks, bring out their jugs, and they fill it up. The Dexter Grist Mill here on the left. But look at this little phenomenon. This goes on all day long. We call it the Fountain of Youth. We pretend those people are 120 years old. We'll take it right here at this road. Yes. Yeah, that's what they do. They come here. They don't ever buy bottled water at the stores. They fill all sides of jugs.
Is it okay, the water?
Oh, it's wonderful water. Nice and cold, clear. And it's tested all the time. And it's kind of famous, so we call it the Sandwich Fountain of Youth, just for fun. And sometimes if we happen to be in that area, we'll ask them, how old are you, 120? They'll go. Sometimes they'll go, no, because they don't get it. They're supposed to play along. Gosh, no fun at all.
No buses.
Well, we used to take a shortcut through there, and those people put a stop to it. They complained to those town fathers finally did something, just when we don't want them to. So we're making a little square here so you can see what Sandwich is all about. Now, we don't have brick houses. We have the cedar shingles. They last 30 years if you're lucky. But there is one little brick house up here that doesn't fit in much, but it's all right, coming up on my left. But when they did the addition, it's not brick in the back. And we'll take a right up here, Brian.
Real estate.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Now, we do have a company that does vinyl siding, and I know they're in business, so they have to have some customers. But most of us have wood on the front. I know I do. I have a wooden front, cedar shingles the other 3 sides, and I have the front painted only. There's nice shutters, because when people come calling, you want your house to look nice while they're waiting for you to answer the door. You might say we like to put up a good front. I think we do. But we don't want to spend a lot of money. Paint peels very quickly. Most of us hire a painter, especially with our large senior population. They're not going to be out on a ladder themselves.
He would one time.
Take a right into town. They have marshland right in the center of town here.
And I guess when she saw it wasn't
So pretty. You're just over there. Now we're going to take a right up here at the traffic lights. I'd like to show you an old church that was redone and it's now the Belfry Inn. And it's a popular spot.
This looks the same.
Sandwich Glass Factory used to be down to our left here. The name of the street is Jarvis, named after the man who started it all, Deming Jarvis.
Yeah. She looks very young. Right? She does. She looks very young.
They call this area the Sandwich Center. They're moving out of your way. Good thinking. So cute through here. And the old Victorian house coming up on the left. It used to be the Painted Lady, now it's something else. But notice coming up on the left, the Belfry Inn.
Oh no. Next to a Bergamo.
The Belfry Inn right over here on the left. Isn't that nice?
That's pretty. Yes.
We'll stay to the right and take a right again.
Very lovely.
A lot of the old sea captains' home are either little gift shops or bed and breakfast. Now last night, folks, our squad was codfish. I did ask. I don't know if I
It
told
was
you
very
that.
good.
So that was good. And generous portion. See, at the Daniel Webster, the stocks, the pillory's still out there. You don't pay your bill. Put you right in that book of the day. Oh boy, that could
I
hurt.
think it showed.
Especially in this heat.
I know.
And we're going to take a right. We'll take a left. The old town hall, the gray building. Before this grist mill was here, the citizens would take their corn up to Plymouth to be ground. That wasted a whole day, no question. We're going to take a left right here if we can.
We're back again.
It's very snug through here. Heritage Museum and Gardens. It's in a residential area. Look at this Norwegian spruce tree on the right. That was planted in 1953 as a little seedling.
That is beautiful.
I love the shape of those limbs. It's quite spectacular. Now this house could use a little paint. See what happens if you let it go. Probably, I was going to say they paint the front. No, not really. That used to be in the old Newcomb Tavern. The other side, these two taverns, you would have the red coats hanging out in one, the Patriots in the other, all kinds of fighting.
Still the way it is.
Oh, gosh.
It's still the way it is, right? Exactly. Yep. Except they're called Republicans and Democrats now.
That's right. A three-quarter cape on my left.
That's exactly right.
Oh, God.
Two windows, a door, and one more
Very
window.
nice.
Now, folks, at this Heritage Museum and Gardens, they'll give us wristbands. I'm going to go in and do the paperwork. There'll be someone there to boss Brian around. Go up here, turn around, do this, do that. I'll do everything I need to do. I'll come back out to the coach and give you your wristbands. What there is quite a few buildings. I'll give you a little map too. I think, is there 4 buildings, and they have a little jetney. And when you go to one, you'll take the jetney, and then you'll come out, you'll wait for it to come around.